Thanks to all of you for coming out to the official opening of the Beehive Apiary at Ellington. We have built this and designed this bee yard to hold upwards of 12 full-size hives. We're really pleased to start up a beekeeping program here on the campus of the Department of Agriculture. On three. 1, 2, 3. Up. Who was that? Joey? We welcome those of you that work here on the Ellington campus. We are looking for about 6 of you who would like to be trained as beekeepers. Those of you that work here on the campus, we're willing to work with you. We also have an online virtual bee school on our website and beginning beekeeping, and if you do that, we'll get you over here and give you some hands-on experience with these hives, and you can become an assistant beekeeper for us. What you see here was funded, constructed, and will be operated and maintained by the Nashville Area Beekeepers Association. So what we installed today was 3 hives. Each of those 3 hives over the course of the summer should grow in population to about 60,000 bees in each hive. Next spring we'll be installing more, working up to a total of about 12 hives. Our goals and objectives for this apiary are to first, help increase public understanding of pollinating insects and the state that they're in. Help to understand the importance of pollinating insects, particularly honeybees, to the great state of Tennessee and its agriculture.
You know, there's been a nationwide, there's been a decrease, sometimes very alarming decrease in the number of pollinators. Seems to be tracked right back to some diseases and mites. We think this is a great opportunity, one, to educate people. Ellington Ag Center is well used by the neighborhood and folks from all over. But 2, maybe to give an opportunity to, not really from a controlled research environment, but to give an opportunity to the Nashville area beekeepers to do a little research and help further the cause as we try to expand the pollinator population in Tennessee.
Well, we had a relatively stable number of bees in the state back in 1987. It was about 35,000 colonies of bees. But importantly, we had hundreds of thousands of wild bee colonies. In 1987, a parasite called varroa mites were introduced, and those pests basically decimated the managed beehives and all but totally wiped out the wild bees.
Well, you know, over 1/3 of what we eat are directly as a result of the work of pollinators. You know, that's what makes our crops produce, and that's something that gets lost as we get further and further away from agriculture generationally, but they're vitally important to the work that we do in the farm world. But as consumers, what we enjoy off the shelf at the grocery store and fresh out of our gardens is a result of that work that those little bitty bees do over there.
Beekeepers will actually rent hives during the pollinating season to farmers, and some farmers claim that their productivity per acre is 5 to 10 times higher if they have bees there than if they do nothing and just rely on whatever insects might be in the area of their farm.
You know, one of the things I've done personally at home in flower gardens, bought pollinator seed to the little butterfly gardens, the bee gardens, that kind of thing. Just, you know, you don't think about it in your own little world that you have that kind of impact, but you can. You know, I personally have found wild colonies close nearby my house, and you know, that's going to be a benefit to those bees and hopefully help them expand and stay in our area. And then, you know, I think this is a great opportunity for people who think that they may want to be a beekeeper. Come and get involved and watch from day to day the improvements that are made, the progress that is made, and see what goes into it. And it may be something that someone wants to pick up as a great hobby.
It's our opportunity to try to help people understand the importance of honeybees and the difficulties that the bees have had in terms of keeping the number of colonies up in recent years.